Welcome back, everybody, to round 2. We have a new matchup and a new caster joining us, Mr. Spiff. Say hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And would you like to introduce our first player?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start down here on the bottom left. And it's not clan favoritism to introduce as the orange UEF commander, OSS JayWix. It's actually color favoritism. Being a little bit racist here, but orange. Orange is my color. Not orange man, but orange like as a color. It should not be the color of your skin. At any rate, Nite, who do we have over on the other side?
Oh man, I miss casting with you, dude. On the other side, we have our random player who has pulled a Cybran. It is NuclearPizza spawning as the blue commander. We're starting with 2 land factories, and we'll see what he decides to follow up. Pretty standard thing, wouldn't you say, for Cybran?
Yeah, I think so. Meanwhile, over on the other side, while I was going on my rant, JayWix was popping up his eco really fast, and then going for an air factory into a triple land factory. A little bit slower build here, but if he can fend off these early game flanks from Iron, then he'll be in a pretty good economic position.
Well, we were talking about which match we were going to cast next, and you know, I think these players are actually pretty, at the current moment, I think ultimately Nuclear is, of course, a very strong player, but I think at the moment they're pretty closely matched, and JayWix has been coming up with some very interesting things, and I certainly start to believe that he is capable of beating these players because he's actually tying them very frequently, if not beating them. So, and his MMR is actually pretty high as it is. So, and where I'm going with this is that this build is actually something he has come up with on his own, this quad factory opening, and I'm still not 100% behind it, but according to him, it works. What do you think about it so far, Spiff?
You know, it kind of reminds me of a build. I think I learned this build from Polar back in the old patch before the economy completely changed. It was a Cybran build where you get build cost, build time, and then you go into like 8 mass extractors right away, 4 land factories, and then you just bam, push out a bunch of bots, flank like crazy, and in the meantime you're building 4 research stations and getting to megas really quickly off of that. It was like a really eco-heavy build, just lots of mass extractors and then lots of factories, and this is a little reminiscent of that. Now with the new eco, you can't quite do, like, you can build as many mass extractors, but the income that you're going to get from them is not going to be as much. So you can build fewer of them and then just wait for them to rank up instead of expanding. But it is kind of still a similar build to that old Cybran land push.
That's a good analysis, Spiff. I was half expecting you to start tying in chess principles again, though.
Well, you know, you just don't want to activate that queen too early.
There you go. All right, so there's a strong follow-up from JayWix to obviously off that 3 factory rush, essentially, to go down the middle and take that center. You see him pulling that engineer as well. So let's see what he decides to do. The one thing that I'm kind of worried about is that there is no MMLs, but there's no PDs for Polar, or sorry, Pizza either. So this is going to be very interesting to see. I was going to say he's clumping up. Now there's a point defense. So this is going to prevent JayWix for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Nice tank. Nice tank on his ACU, by the way.
Beautiful micro.
Yeah, so that's going to prevent him from pushing here. He does have some wasps now, which is why I'm not really sure about... What do you think about that air factory follow-up from Pizza? I'm not so sure about that.
I think that it can be a good investment just to like make your opponent build wasps instead of bombers.
And look at this. This is absolutely blowing my mind right now. JayWix opened up with a very aggressive build with a lot of factories. He has more factories than Nuclear, but he's still tied. He was actually up on economy. And he's still building factories.
Yeah, again, I think the strength of this build is it leaves you a little weak in the early game, but if you can make it to that mid game, those mass extractors rank up. Again, you don't need as many of them.
You know, I don't even think it's weak early game because, I mean, this is a fairly common build, 1 air, 1 land. That's a fairly common build. Yeah, if you get triple land factory rushed, okay, JayWix needs to watch his commander here. But yeah, if unless you get triple factory rush, just straight out pushed, I think it's actually pretty decent. Is there a energy or sorry shield generator coming up on that factory? Okay, beautiful.
There sure is. Yeah. This has turned into a very positional game here.
Yeah, for sure. I still think JayWix just needs MMLs here. I'm not sure why there's still none coming out. It looks like there's one on his factory.
He does also have demolishers coming out.
Oh, that
now.
PD goes down. That's actually pretty big. He could push here and actually probably get some damage. The only thing, well, there's not that many Brackmen, and there's only 3 Brackmen there. It's not a good engagement though with his air though. That's
no, yeah. I don't know why he just flew those in there. He didn't have a good scout, and I don't know if he realized that anti-air tower was there.
Yeah, I don't know. He loses all of his wasps, and that's quite a bit of a miss micro there, unfortunately.
And now he loses a radar too.
Oh, but there's an anti-thing. So scientific. Oh my goodness. It's like I've been casting this game for 10 years. Anti-air tower on that factory.
Yeah, there's a thing on his thing.
There's a thing. This is going great. We're starting up strong.
Why? Yeah, tournament's very early in the morning. This is what happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to accommodate the European players a little bit more, but I'm thinking I'm not accommodating myself or the American players anymore. Yeah, this is very, very positional. I think JayWix should split his units, honestly, at this point. I don't think a Nuclear can straight out push him, especially with that point defense. So, like, maybe at half of his units and send them up. I think that would be a good progression here.
I don't know. I just think maybe some ground fire with those artillery units might be the thing to do.
Watch the Brackman shots, JayWix. Oh my goodness.
Oh
no. Where was his attention? Okay, that actually just equates it for Nuclear, and Nuclear is now up on expansions. So
he's still down on production, though.
He's still down on production, which if JayWix continues building up and actually splits his units, it should actually be pretty good for him. The problem is he's still, I was going to say anal, about playing in this choke point here, and that's just, you can't do that with artillery.
Yeah, that choke point is really easy to hold, but it is not easy to push through.
Absolutely not. This is one of the hardest things to play against on open palms, is when it gets into this grind fest of artillery. You just can't, you're just wasting time. And if you're opening up aggressively with, you know, not an economic favored build, you can't be held up by anything, essentially. Very awkward land factory getting built there in the back by the engineer. Yeah, and what else is that now Nuclear has Cobras, obviously, and him setting up a base there in the choke also is just not good.
Yeah.
Okay, those demolishers are going to pick off those Cobras, though.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. So that's a win for JayWix.
Yeah, I mean, there's just going to be more Cobras pushed out, though. He really needs MMLs of his own.
Absolutely.
We do see him putting down a lot of energy generators, though, which tells me that instead of MMLs, I think he's going to be investing in Fat Boys.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, holy crap. You're like a psychic, man. You're the JayWix whisperer.
Well, that's what you do when you're trying to build Fat Boys. You build energy.
I love this build from JayWix. It's blowing my mind right now. It's beautiful.
We do see him now splitting his units in response to Nuclear pushing down the right side.
Not fast enough, though. Those bots are going to be very, very fast. They're going to pick off that expansion. Well,
there's a point defense going down here. And The bots are splitting up a bit. I don't know.
Use
I
the
think
micro.
JayWix is going to take some damage, but I don't know if they're going to pick off everything.
That's not even gonna get finished. Yeah, that's pretty rough. He's gonna lose all those mass extractors. Does not have enough mass for that fat boy. Yeah, I mean, Nuclear is starting to slowly catch up, and this has been my. I mean, the one weakness I think of JayWix is if you hold his initial, you know, build or initial push, he starts to. I don't know if he loses confidence, or he just doesn't plan that far ahead. I'm not sure, but I mean, obviously he still has that fat boy follow up, but he's not really utilizing his advantage, or he hasn't, rather, in this matchup.
Well, I mean, I do think that he had the right idea in the early game, definitely. You know, oh, I have the better eco, let's grab more space in the center.
Well, no, well,
but yeah, I think it was that lack of follow-up that...
Yeah, I don't think he had the eco advantage ever in this game. Maybe for like a second when he had one up. But
no, he did in the early to mid game because he built his mass extractors right away. He built,
oh, I see.
You know, so they were ranking up faster. Even if it was just a small edge, it was an edge.
Yeah, and I still don't understand. Okay, this might actually be pretty bad here. Those tanks are getting engaged on. Well, that fat boy is going to come out here, so it's probably going to be okay. Well, bots versus fat boys actually do pretty good. Oh,
ooh,
no!
Big bombing run in the center there, too.
Oh. Great play by Nuclear, though. That's pretty good. Yeah, those bots are gonna get there right as the fat boy is popping out, and that's gonna be over, I think.
Yeah, well, it's good patient play from Nuclear, just analyzing what his opponent is doing and poking at the right moment. Yeah, I think JayWix.
Oh, that fat boy's gonna live! What?
Wow.
Holy
Barely
shit.
lived.
He needs to heal that right now. Oh, the air is gonna finish it. The air is gonna finish it. Oh no. Gets a good engagement on his air though. That's kind of worth it now. Yeah, I mean that's okay. That's trading decently. I like it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that much air for a fat boy that was almost dead anyways.
Yeah. But I mean,
Another
he committed so much on it that, you know, I think it was worth it ultimately.
Yeah,
to finish
push
it.
coming up the center now.
Yeah, I actually don't like this push from Nuclear. I mean, JayWix has a lot of demolishers himself, so if this hits, this is going to be pretty rough. Oh, unit detonate, or sorry, unit teleport. What? Okay, spit. What's going on?
That was jump jets, Nite. Jump jets is the term you're looking for.
Oh man.
And JayWix just deciding to go for the base trade.
Oh, mass guns. No, it's not even a base trade. Beautiful from JayWix. Max guns are going to save his base.
He's still going to take a little bit of damage, but yeah.
No, he's going to be fine here. And oh my goodness, this is... Okay, he has to be careful with his commander. Needs to keep microing his units. And needs to be careful of unit or structure detonate. I like this from JayWix though. Wow. I did not expect Mex guns there.
Neither did I. That's a nice tech switch.
Very nice tech switch. Where's his, how has he been getting so much research, though? That's what I don't understand.
He has been killing a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, but to get fat boys and then get Mex guns? I feel like that's some finely constructed building there. Oh, okay. That commander is in trouble. Is he gonna die to freaking air? likes to get another anti-air tower instead of finishing the one he's already plopped down.
I think that was just a positional thing.
Gonna build a land factory. I mean, I like it. I mean, there's no cobras out in the field. Getting a shield, yeah, exactly. That's
yeah, that's a mistake. I said like minutes ago, yeah, there's just gonna be more cobras in a second, and then there weren't.
What a game!
There is a lot of air though.
This is an insane game. Yeah, jump jets are the way to go though against Fat Boys. Backs up there. I don't know what that's about. That's actually an incorrect call.
JayWix just still doesn't have a good way to deal with this air. That's why he's showing that hesitation, I think.
Well,
he doesn't want to go too far out of his anti-air range.
And yeah, I mean, Nuclear is building a crap ton of air factories. He needs to get eyes on this right now. But he's okay here because he's getting those shields on his units, and he's positioning his factories very smartly here, right in between the two bases, so he can kind of rock his units around.
Yeah, that's like kind of like how good lurker placement is in StarCraft.
Yeah.
Just plop them down in between the bases and watch them tear everything apart.
So what's the correct tech follow-up here, Spiff? I'm
for
gonna
whom?
test, yeah, for JayWix.
Oh, I would try to get to tank AA.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, JayWix is a little in trouble. Yeah, this air is kind of getting redonk at this point.
Yeah, so many air factories in the back. JayWix responding with his own huge line of land factories down at the bottom.
That's a lot of air, and it's just not going down. Oh, unit detonate!
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. This position was really good to disrupt the economy, but
what are you doing, JayWix? No, you can't take your commander out. Okay, thank God.
Might end up being a liability because his commander is awfully exposed.
Yeah, now it's definitely a liability here. He needs tank ASAP, but the problem is these jump jets are now doing crazy amounts of damage.
He doesn't have enough tanks left that the AA would even do enough.
Man, if his commander wasn't up there, I think this would be actually okay. But yeah, this is now done officially.
Well, that fat boy could still have something to say about it.
There's air. Don't forget about air. Even if JayWix somehow miraculously lives, which he doesn't, that air is going to pick him off. Yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting game, and like I said, JayWix has the potential to beat anybody these days, and you know, I think I still don't understand if it's a confidence boost, because obviously he's been prepping these builds, so he's very knowledgeable of the game, and he knows what he's doing, but it's just, you know, just a little bit not enough. This has just been game 1, guys. This is only game 1. We're going to jump to game 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to game 2 between NuclearPizza and JayWix. This is round 2 of the Serpents Open January tournament. I am joined by Spiff once again. Please introduce our players.
All right. This time we'll start up on the top side. Spawning in as the blue Cybern commander, we have NuclearPizza. And he is dropping down a couple of land factories and then filling in his eco. Very similar to what we saw him do in the last game. What's going on the other side of the map?
On the other side of the map, already doing some shenanigans, it is our orange UEF commander with the name of JayWix, hailing from Clan OSS and America at large, spotting or building one research generator and a land factory follow-up. I've seen him do this in some private games. Well, not private games, but in some games that we played. And in some league matches that we played as well. Interesting build.
What do you think he's going for here? Is it going to be another Fat Boy or something different?
I think JayWix has evolved as a player a lot. I think he's going to play a reactive game. I think he's going to save his research. But ultimately, I think if it plays out the same way, I think he will end up going Fat Boy via P shields or demolishers. Yeah, so I don't know actually. Fat Boys is not, as we seen last game against Cybern, it's not that great.
Well, I mean, timing is important though. If you can get it out real fast.
Unfortunately, gets flanked here right away, and he struggles against this. This is yeah. Again, if you, I think that's his still like biggest area he could improve on is playing well under pressure, or playing well when it deviates from his plan, because he's very solid when it's his game plan, but now looks like he's just falling apart here.
Well, you know, this sort of thing is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
and he took a risk putting that research station down first.
Does do fairly good micro, like reclaiming that bot with an engineer. That's not too easy to do. So under pressure, so he does a lot of things well, and that game one show just proves it. It's just I'm going hard on him because he's OSS.
Yeah, again, we can't be seen to show any favoritism here.
Exactly. NuclearPizza needs some love too. He's been losing a lot recently, at least in tournament matches.
Well, I think he wasn't really playing in tournaments for quite a while there. He's just kind of recently been back, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I think the past 10 years we just came to expect NuclearPizza and Polar Bear to just dominate everything, and it hasn't really been the case, especially for Nuclear. But yeah, he hasn't played for a while. I don't know exactly when they stopped playing. But obviously SCS 2020, neither one of them played. So I'm looking forward to casting Polar Bear. I'm sure we're going to get to cast him in a later round. So it'll be interesting. Looks like JayWix also miscued some engineers. That's a lot of engineers being built over there. It's a little bit unfortunate.
Who knows? Could work out.
Wait, is this... Wait. Is this a field? Do those
these
engineers...
are field engineers.
Yeah, they have an upgrade. The hell? JayWix, what the fuck? Alright, well, I guess we're getting meme games here. Come on, JayWix.
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he's been playing with it and this is more viable than we think.
Maybe, you know, he's been pretty innovative, like I mentioned, with that other thing. So who knows? It's just bots are so good. I just don't see this working out. And there's so many bots at this point. Yeah. And they're slow, so Brackman are going to have a field day with them as well. No pun intended. It does do a good job against flanks, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I kind of like it for fighting off these flanks. I don't know if he should be so focused on them in the center, though. They do heal each other up really fast.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, he's down so many units now. Like, what do you do from here?
P shields and engineers? I don't know.
Oh my god, that's like... Okay, that would be actually badass. If he actually holds this push here...
I don't know that he's going to be able to.
I don't think that's going to work out.
Oh, with the shield, I don't know, maybe. Oh, this is too funny.
Come on, JayWix. I mean, even if they heal, though, like, they're stationary. All Nuclear has to do is build a shit ton of Brackman, and then that's game over. Like, if they healed while moving, that would be pretty good. But the fact that they have to stop is, in this situation, is pretty bad.
I also feel like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I also kind of feel like they don't heal as fast as a regular engineer.
I don't know. That's something that's beyond my.
Maybe it's
level
just
of
because I was
comprehension.
looking at the commander and he's got a huge health pool. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'd have to look up the stats for these things. We never see them in competitive play, so
I
why
know.
would we know the stats?
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen. Like, I think I've seen. Have we seen field engineers from Cybran? Well, not field engineers, but the healing thing. Or no, the guns on the engineers.
I've seen it in meme games.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen everything in meme games, but like, field engineers definitely we've never seen.
I don't even know if I've seen field engineers in meme games, really.
Honestly, that's actually true. Well, no, I've done it before. Something that sounds like just something I would do. JayWix, field engineers do not work against artillery. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Like, Nuclear can just win here, I think, with the units that he has.
Certainly looks like it. He's got a lot of units.
Now there's a flank coming in. Yeah. I'm not sure what the game plan was. Maybe against Aeon. But yeah, his commander is going to get picked off here. He's just going to straight up get sniped here. Alright, well, unfortunate game 2 after that ridiculous game 1. And, you know...
That was looking kind of fun, though. Field engineers, we
it
got a
was
good
fun
laugh
to
out of
see.
it.
Yeah, it was fun to see. Yeah, I mean, judging by early moments in the mid-game from Open Palms, I thought the series was going to go completely the opposite direction. But NuclearPizza did a wonderful job staying in that game and just ultimately winning. So... very well played by both players. Game 2 was pretty funny. So
yeah,
we're going to take a break here to set up round 3. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.